Alright. What's the coolest place you've ever been?
The coolest place I've ever been. I went to Italy. I was 18, and that was really cool because like my mom's Italian, and so it was cool to like see where I'm from. I would love to go back, but I've been like pretty lucky that I've been to some really awesome places. Like I went to South Africa a few years ago, and that was awesome. And I've been to Israel. It's hard to choose because I love to travel, so I can't really pick my favorite place, but I love everywhere. I'm so on the fence about everything. I never have any favorites.
A favorite Broadway show?
Wicked! I've seen it twice, for both times for my birthday, my 19th birthday, which is legal drinking age in Canada. I didn't go to the bars. I went and saw Wicked. Like, that was what I did. And I went again this year for my 23rd birthday. My dad took me.
Oh,
And
cool.
I bawled my eyes out both times because the music is just like so incredible and so moving. And, yeah.
Favorite song? I already asked that. Favorite word?
Favorite word?
Yeah.
I really like cube. Because it's just so like short and stout.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, really like to call people pretentious. I don't know why. I just like saying it. Like, I'll just hope people are like snotty to me so I can be like, oh, that person's really pretentious. I don't know why.
Favorite animal?
Sloth.
What?
No.
What is that? A sloth? It's like those things that hang on trees.
Like Sid the Sloth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not quotations.
Yeah.
Just really slow feet.
Yeah.
I used to really like flamingos.
Mhm.
So we'll go with that.
Okay. What would your Patronus be?
I've had this talk with people. I don't know why, but I think it would be a lizard.
People say I look like a mouse, so they always assume my Patronus would be a mouse.
You don't look like a mouse.
I know.
I've been told I look like a bunny.
Oh. Well,
I hear a cat.
Crystal?
I'm allergic.
Get off that. Oh, sorry. Weirdest thing that's ever happened to you?
That's tough. I have a lot of weird things happen to me. Have you ever taken those tests that tell you like your different personality types?
Uh-huh.
Apparently my personality type is like more likely to have ESP than others. And there's been some times when I'll have dreams about places that I've never been, and I will know specifically where to go in this dream. And then, like years later, I'll end up at that place, and it'll be a real place, and I will know exactly where everything is. So I've had that a few times.
That's cool.
Pretty weird when it happens. I had a dream about the University of Richmond in Virginia, and I knew exactly where everything was. And then a few years later, like a friend of mine took me there, and I was like, "Is that where the gym is?" And like it was just like a big open campus, like it wasn't a specific building, so you could see. And he's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Is there like an office with this person's name in it?" And he's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Weird." So I've had that sort of thing happen before, but I probably have been to those places before and I just don't remember. But yeah.
Yeah, right.
Everyone's gonna watch this and be like, "Wow, she's weird. She's a freak. She thinks she has ESP."
favorite thing about theater?
About watching it or about, like, participating?
Just says theater.
For myself, I just, like, the second I get on a stage, I just feel, like, alive and just so happy. So for me, I just feel like I'm, like, a full person when I'm on stage, and that's why I like it. Can't think of any other, like, any better feeling. And watching it, I don't know, it's so much better than, like, TV or movies because it's, like, it's right in front of you, and, like, there's no faking it. Like, you have to be talented, and you have to be incredible to be there. Otherwise, you could edit it, you could put on, auto-tune, whatever. But you have to be perfect and, like, dead on when you're in theater, and I don't know, it's challenging, but so rewarding at the same time.
Yeah. What is the funniest thing that happened to you while filming Little White Lie?
A lot. Probably the funniest thing that happened was on the very first day of filming. We went out to, I think it's called Hot Topic.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we don't have it in Canada. And we bought a bunch of, like, clothes for Sammy. And Matt was in charge of costumes, and he really, really wanted me to wear the pair of pants in the very first scene with Sammy. Mm-hmm. They're, like, red and black, like, checkered. Uh-huh. And they didn't have my size. So we bought a size bigger, thinking, like, I could wear belts, which I did. So you can actually see when Duder and Sammy are, like, running to get to school, my pants are falling down. And I reach back and, like, hike them up as we're running. That was pretty funny. And then, like, I had so many things that was just, like, for me, were just like, oh, what is going on? Like, the day that we were filming the, like, Toby and Sammy kiss, my lips swelled up, like, twice its size on one side, and it was, like, just hanging down. I was like, oh, this is attractive. That's gonna be so awesome for Darren. So, like, all day I was, like, trying to, like, bite my lip and, like, hide it, because we still had to film other scenes and stuff. So, like, there's a scene at the I'm pretty sure it's the end of the show, when Nigel Waters, like, asks them what they want to do or whatever, and, like, Sammy doesn't say anything. It's because I couldn't open my mouth. It's so cool, and I'm like, no, I don't know, Dana, what do you want to do? So that was pretty weird.
What was the audition like for Little White Lie?
It was, well, for me, like, I had to travel to be there. Like, I drove 4 hours and then, like, went straight into the interview, or the audition. It was a job interview. But it was really cool. Like, everyone was roughly the same age, and you still get that, like, oh my gosh, like, everyone here is for the same part, like, they're gonna be better than me, like, that whole, like, anxiety thing. But I figured, I drove in all this way. It's not like I could just go in and be like, you know what? No, I don't feel like it, and, like, leave. Mm-hmm. I couldn't just peace out, so I had to stay. And I'm really glad that I did, because, Eric and Brian and Matt and Nick were, like, they're just so friendly and warm and, like, welcoming. Like, the second you walk in there, they're the type of people that make you think that, like, you're the funniest person in the world, because they laugh at everything you say. But, like, in that really, like, genuine way. They're not like, oh, you're so funny. They, like, actually, like, guffaw with you. And it just makes you feel, like, so at ease. And what they told me about, like, why they, like, decided to keep me around for Sammy was, like, they had already picked Chris Allen to play Duder. So he was in the room, and I had to audition with him. And all he told me when I got in here was, this is your older brother, but you're going to boss him around. Do whatever you want. Go. I was like, where we auditioned, there happened to be a Guitar Hero tournament right across the hall. So I was like, awesome. I'm like, you're going to give me a piggyback, and we are going to go play Guitar Hero.
That's where that picture's from.
Pardon?
I've seen that picture on Google, and I'm like, what?
Oh, yeah, where I'm, like,
happening?
pointing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, we are going over there. So we went over there, and apparently I was the only person who auditioned for Sammy who actually left the room, and that was what made them decide to keep me. So, yeah, I mean, I totally went off track there, but the audition process, or, like, the audition it was, like, fairly relaxed for an audition, and it's cool because they all know each other. So it's not like they were like, you know, very formal and like rigid. They were like welcoming and friendly because it was like all friends doing a production and they wanted you to be like a part of it, the family almost.
Mm-hmm.
So